most dramatic events in New York City in the 1960s was the construction of the World Trade Center. Design and construction would take years and the efforts of thousands of people. A project of this size created enormous challenges, challenges that demanded the use of dramatic new engineering concepts. A wide variety of designs was considered. Final plans called for a complex of low-level buildings surrounding two 1,350-foot towers, the tallest ever built. Their great height was made possible by the use of load-bearing walls. Extremely tall buildings were traditionally inefficient, since huge amounts of interior space were taken up by structural supports and elevators. The Trade Center towers would overcome this problem. The exterior walls were designed to bear much of the weight of the towers, as well as all of the wind loads.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness.
New York City is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the United States. An estimated population of 8.4 million people, with over 28,000 acres of parkland and 14 miles of public beaches. With over 40 million tourists visiting the city in a year, New York must keep its high standards, with emergency service men and women protecting NYC and its 5 boroughs 24 hours a day. With tourist icons such as the Statue of Liberty, Times Square, and the then Twin Towers. September the 11th, 2001 was like any normal day in New York City, until tragedy struck.
Terrorists bring war to the very heart of America. Countless people die in the nation's blackest day. Panic grips the streets. Now Bush vows revenge.
From ITN, the ITV News with Trevor McDonald.
Good evening. Important symbols of American power have been hit today by a series of devastating terrorist attacks. 2 planes attacked the World Trade Center in New York, sending the Twin Towers crashing to the ground in clouds of smoke and dust and throwing lower Manhattan into chaos.